वृषभाय नमः। ॐ श्री वृषभाय नमः। आदिमं पृथ्वीनाथं च आदिनं पृथ्वीनाथं आदिमं निष्परिग्रहम् आदिमं तीर्थनाथं च वृषभस्वामिनं कमठे धर्मेन्द्र च स्वोचितं कर्म कुर्वति प्रभुस्तुल्यमनवृत्ति पार्श्वनाथाय श्रियस्तु मङ्गलं भगवान् वीर मङ्गलं गौतम प्रभु मङ्गलं स्थूलिभद्रार्थ जैन धर्मस्तु मङ्गलम्। नमो अरिहन्ताणं नमो सिद्धाणं नमो आयर्यं नमो वच्छायाणं नमो लोये सपसाहुणम् ऐसो पंचनमो करो सब पाव प्रणासनो मंगलाणं च सप्तेसिं परमं अवै मंगलम् परमं हवै मंगलम् परमं हवै
अंतरनाथ हमने आपको आशीर्वाद गुरुजी हमारो अंतरनाथ हमने आपको आशीर्वाद गुरुजी हमारो अंतरनाथ हमने आपको आशीर्वाद जय नाम जयती जय नाम जयती गुरुजी हमारो अंतरनाथ हमने आपको आशीर्वाद गुरुजी हमारो अंतरनाथ हमने आपको आशीर्वाद गुरुजी हमारो अंतरनाथ हमने आपको आशीर्वाद गुरुजी हमारो अंतरनाथ हमने आपको आशीर्वाद।
Dr. Nirmala, she is a psychiatrist and she is the president of Lighthouse in Michigan, Ann Arbor. Mamataji, who has been a foundation stone for the beginning, and Mamta, she is 1 or 2 years older than I am, and she is very, and she is looking after me.
Namo
जिनेन्द्र फर्स्ट ऑफ ऑल गुरुदेव आज अपना संघ ने खरेखर बहू लाभो कहवाय कि आटली मोटी उमरे गुरुदेव पधार्या अपना आमंत्रण ने मान आपीने एमनो खूब भाव भर्यो अમને વેલકમ કરું છું સાથે સાથે પ્રમોદાબેન ને પણ અને રાજીવ દર્શન એમનું ફેમિલી બધાના વેલકમ કરું છું આજે બીજો એક આપણા માટે યુનિક કે જૈનાના ત્રણ પાસ પ્રમુખ આપણા સંઘમાં અહીં હાજર રહ્યા છે એ આપણું અહોભાગ્ય છે અનોપ વોરા આજે આપણા શિક્ષક પણ છે દિલીપભાઈ દફતરી દિલીપભાઈ શાહ આવા જૈનાના ત્રણ પાસ પ્રેસિડેન્ટ અહીં છે એમનું ભાવભર્યું વેલકમ કરું છું પૂજ્ય આદરણીય ગુરુદેવ શ્રી ચિત્રભાનુજી ગુરુદેવને આજે 90 વર્ષ જીવનમાં હમણાં સંપૂર્ણ કરી શતાબ્દી તરફ આગળ વધી રહ્યા છે કે તેઓને આપણા બધા કોટી કોટી વંદન અને આશા રાખીએ કે એમનો સ્વામી જયંતિ પર આપણે ખૂબ ભવ્ય રીતે અનુમોદનાથી ભેગા થઈશું અમેરિકામાં જૈન ધર્મ અને પ્રભુ મહાવીરનો અહિંસા એ જ પરમ ધર્મનો સંદેશ અને શાકાહારનો પ્રચાર પ્રસારની વાત આવે તો આપણામાં એક જ ચહેરો અવશ્ય ઉભરે અને એમની વાત કર્યા વગર આપણા અમેરિકામાં જૈન ધર્મની વાત અધૂરી લાગે એવા આજના આપણા યુગ પુરુષ અને એવા ઉત્તમ આત્મા એટલે આપણા પ્રિય ગુરુદેવ શ્રી ચિત્રભાનુજી બધા મારી સાથે એગ્રી થશે જીવો પ્રત્યેની એમની અપાર કરુણા એવી કે એમને ઠેર ઠેર વેગન નોન ડેરીનો પ્રચાર કર્યો છે અને હાલ આ ઉંમરે પણ ઘણા એક્ટિવલી કરી રહ્યા છે એ એમની કરુણા અને અધ્યાત્મ એમને જીવનમાં આત્મસાત કર્યા છે કે જેથી તેઓ આ ઉંમરે પણ આપણા યુવાનને શરમાવે એવી સ્ફૂર્તિથી આ બધા કામ કરી રહ્યા છે આપણા અમેરિકન જૈન સમાજ ઉપર તેઓએ ખૂબ કૃપા વરસાવેલી છે અને સ્પેશિયલી આજે હું મારા પર એમનો કેટલો ઉપકાર છે એટલી વાત કરીશ 94માં સમર્પણમાં પહેલી પ્રતિષ્ઠા હતી તો ગુરુદેવે મને બોલાવ્યો મને કે નરેશ તારે પ્રતિષ્ઠા કરાવવાની છે હું એવા વાતાવરણમાં ઉછરેલો કે ગુરુદેવ મારામાં એવી કોઈ લાયકાત નથી મને કે આજે અભિષેકની પૂજા અને આ પ્રતિષ્ઠાના મંત્રો મને કે તને મંત્રો બોલતા તો સરસ આવડે છે તારા ઉચ્ચાર શુદ્ધ છે આ પાઠ તું કરાવજે અને મેં આ રીતે શરૂઆત કરી બીજું એમને મને અમે એ જ ટાઈમમાં આઈ થિંક કિરણબેન હતા સાથે કદાચ ચંદ્રકાંતજી ભાનુબેન પણ હતા અમે ફોરેસ્ટમાં રહેતા હતા અને મારા ઘરે એકવાર આવેલા બપોરે ભોજન કરીને બધા બેઠા હતા મને કે નરેશ તમે લોકો આ બધું પૂજા કરો છો આ કરે બધું કરે છે એ બધું સારું છે તમે થોડો સ્વાધ્યાય કરો એટલે અમને તે દિવસે કીધું સ્વાધ્યાય નહીં કરો તો બધું બોલ્યા જ કરશો તો કંઈ અર્થ નહીં રહે અમને તે દિવસથી અમે નક્કી કર્યું અમે 8-10 ફેમિલી આઈ થિંક સ્મિતાબેન હતા અને અમે દર મંગળવારે ગુરુવારે દર એવી રીતે નક્કી કરી અને સવા કલાક અમે સ્વાધ્યાય શરૂ કર્યો કિરણભાઈની સ્વાધ્યાય અને ગુરુદેવના આદેશથી અમે સ્વાધ્યાય એ બે વસ્તુનો મને જો ખરેખર મારામાં આવ્યું હોય ફક્ત ગુરુદેવ માટે નાનપણમાં તો ખાલી સૂત્રો પડેલા સંસ્કાર મળેલા આજે એ માટે એમના આશીર્વાદથી મને આ બધું બળ મળ્યું આત્મવિશ્વાસ વધ્યો અને ત્યાર પછી આ બધું જે કામ થયું તો આ માટે હું ખૂબ ઉપકારી છું ભારતથી આટલે દૂર જૈનત્વના સંસ્કાર સાથે જ્ઞાનની જ્યોત ફેલાઈ રહી છે એ મહાન ઉપકારી આ પુરુષનો ઉપકાર છે એવા શ્રી ચિત્રભાનુજીને શાસનદેવને હું પ્રાર્થના કરું છું કે આરોગ્ય હંમેશા ખૂબ સારું રાખે અને હજુ ઘણા શાસન ઉન્નતિના કાર્યો એમની પ્રેરણા અને માર્ગદર્શનથી થતા રહે એવી શુભકામના અને અમારા બધાના કોટી કોટી વંદન છેલ્લે બીજી વાત કહી દઉં કે ગુરુદેવના મહાન કાર્યમાં એમના પ્રમોદાબેનનો પણ ખૂબ મહત્વનું યોગદાન છે એટલે તેઓને પણ અમારા ખૂબ ખૂબ વંદન જય જીનેન્દ્ર કંઈ પણ બોલાવ્યો તો ઈચ્છા વિધું.
My name is Vaibhav Mera, and I will be the host for today's agenda. We have a very exciting agenda. We have several people gathered here today for celebrating Gurudev Sri Chitrabhanuji's 90th birthday. As you can see, the candles have lit up his face and he has lit up all of us today. Why do we celebrate anyone's birthday to begin with? When we celebrate someone's birthday, we are thankful that they were born and they were part of our lives because they touched our lives in a special way. And on that day, we usually wish them a very long life. In his case, it's multiple reasons. First and foremost, today, as we can see, we are here for Gunano Vad Shabbat, where we are here to appreciate, as you can see, I'm mixing well with the Michigan group. We are here to celebrate and appreciate his qualities. Gurudev, over his 90 years of work, has put in a lot of hard work and effort, but we, the Jain Samaj, we get the benefits, we get the achievement. So that is something special today. And the thing to take away, from today, while we're celebrating his 90th birthday, is that we have to take what he has taken to the next level. We have to make sure that we instill these Jain values, beliefs, and ideals in the new generation and spread this flame forever. With this note, I would like to invite our first speaker, Kiritbhai Daftari.
Om. Pujya Pujya Chitrabhanuji, Brahmalaben, and other dignitaries. Friends, it's a great pleasure to be here to celebrate 90th birthday of Pujya Pujya Chitrabhanuji. Look at him. Do you see radiance and youth oozing out of him?
Yes.
Do you know the secret? Want to know the secret?
Yes.
Of course, but his youthness comes from within. He practices yoga, meditation, and observes silence every day. There's a lot to learn from him. Not only that, he is one of the person what he preaches, he practices. We all are familiar with love for ahimsa, especially his, that he has gone beyond our Jain principle of ahimsa with mind, body, and speech. He's gone beyond that, love for animals and the cruelty in dairy. So Gurudev, you'll be proud to know that when I give a talk at Baylor University, I not only mention about ahimsa, but I also talk about the dairy violence. What sets Gurudev Chitrabhanuji apart from many gurus in the West is that he sees the guru as but a means to find one's inner guru. He's like ice cube in a cooling drink. He cools your consciousness and he disappears. Pujya Gurudev, your simple lifestyle, ahimsa, anekantvad, aparigraha, meditation has been inspirational to me. Thank you for helping me there when I was Jaina president. That has helped me tremendously. We all love you, Gurudev. May all the Shastan Devi Devta give you long life and good health so that you can continue healthy and happy lifestyle and be there for 2014 Parliament of World Religion Conference in Brussels.
Kulman Parsha. Mahavir Swami lived 72 years. And when he was younger, I mean, isn't he younger right now? When he was in his 30s and 40s and 50s, he dreamed of living up to 72. And after that, he stopped counting. Think about what we do for ourselves to make money, to, have a lot of possessions and stuff. But what we do for others, and that's what he's telling me many, many times. We are here today to celebrate his birthday, but at the same time, we call it as day to collect blessings. Think about Guruji wasn't here. And where would it be? All Jains would be. We would have been just like all the Hindus. They are majority in America here, in our Indians, but they do not have what we have, China. All these Hindu people are trying to get together and form a Jaina for themselves, which they couldn't do. And guess what? Who inspired us to do that? Guruji. Most of us consume milk and dairy milk. 90% of our dairy product is those two things. Now, very easy to replace them. Prabhupada told me that silk is the brand of milk that is just as good as milk. And the second thing is almond milk. If we start using those, 90% of a dairy product is gone. And those are a couple of things that I want to share with you, that why we should change our stuff. Thank you very much.
At this time, I would like to invite Jyoti Ben Gandhi, the past president of JCA. Can you please come up?
Today I'm here to honor Julia Yakta. We call her Mamtaji. Mamtaji, she is a backbone of Jain Meditation International Center, and Gurudev only calls her mother of JMIC. She is wearing so many hats we cannot imagine. She runs the center without any problems. She is secretary, she is a schedule maker, she is a bookkeeper. Whatever you say, she is doing that. She sends us the books whenever we request Guruji's books. And she is there with Jain Meditation Center since 1980. She is a self-made person, retired teacher, and she never took any compensation, but she is the first one to put some money whenever there is a lecture of Gurudev. So you cannot believe anybody who is doing so much work without any self-motive. And I'm very honored to honor her, Mamta.
Thank you. I just don't have any words. Thank you. I don't know what to say. Thank you.
Dr. Jyoti mentioned, but she was a teacher and she had lot of money also. But she decided to serve ahimsa, and all her life, her home is nothing but Zen meditation. It to find such a dedicated, and I call the great sadhvi of the sadhvi. You see, and she said, I don't want to marry. She did early age, before I met also, she was naked. I want to live by myself. And this way she has a very pure life. What you cannot imagine that kind of life Mamtaji has lived. And I always say bow to Mamta Ben, who has dedicated. And what I did is, so many hands have given me life. And I am here not to celebrate my birthday. I have come to thank all of you who have helped me. So that is why I am here, not here.
At this point, I'd like to welcome our next speaker, Dilip Bhai Shah, one of the past presidents of Jaina. Dilip Bhai Shah, please.
As many of you may know, I have been collecting greetings for Gurudev, and I undertook to compile them, collect them in a book, and I want to tell you a little bit about what I have got in this book. There are almost 200 messages that came, some from all corners of the world. all 5 continents, from Africa, from UK, Germany, from India, Singapore, and of course, lots of messages here from America. What is it? I got to read them all. And some really touched me. I hate Kirit Bhai Daftari. He stole my thunder and read one of the Gurudev's granddaughter's message because he heard it yesterday. But as you know, she wrote wonderfully. She's just 10-year-old as to what she admires him. But I'm going to read you a message from Gurudev's son. I told everybody to keep it 1 page, but I know from experience no one here listens to me. But anyway, having seen him so closely, one can say I have seen him under a microscope. I have seen him caring about life. Not the life of that one routinely thinks of, but the life that exists in water, in mosquitoes, in the silent animals, in the flowers that have fallen from the tree. Growing up, there were things I disagreed with him. In hindsight, a lot of it was not because of the strength of his logic, but were because of the weaknesses within me. It all called for personal change, which seemed so tough. Yet the promise of nectar at the end. Even the first man who talked about fire or about flying was much, much later understood. Seeing him today, I'm unsure. Is he Father the Guru or Guru the Father? On second thought, how does it matter? The light is the same, no matter which part of the world you are in. That's his message. Is there something in it that you can identify yourself with? Think about it. As I said, there are many messages. One is from past President Sulet Jain of China. I told him to keep it 1 page. He said, I've known him for 40 years, and 10 years for 1 page is not a lot. So he wrote a 4 page. But anyway, what he has said, Gurudev, you're not 90. You are 45 all over again. And he says his name to him doesn't mean Chitrabhanu, but Charitrabhanu. Think. These messages is like a treasure. And it all relates to one man. Now, it is time that we gave him something. And on behalf of the son here, I am letting everyone know a gift is being ready for him. You know he wouldn't accept any physical gift. So Gurudev, we are going to promise to walk on the path you have laid out. We are going to try and we are going to support the conference, International Conference in Claremont, Lincoln for next year to continue your work. Thank you.
So we have the physician, a personal physician of Gurudev's, Dr. Suktibai Shah, who has also been the past president of JCA. Let's please welcome him, and he can talk about the next guest.
I am going to say my personal experience of Guruji to me. Guruji has given his entire life to Jain community and to the world. All his blessings and knowledge. We are proud of that, and we have learned a lot. Personally, I'm fortunate and proud that I'm taking care of Guruji as his physician and his cardiologist. 3 years ago, I was in a dilemma to subject Guruji for open heart surgery and triple bypass. I was very concerned at the age of 87. Had an extensive, lengthy discussion with Pramodaben, Darshan, Rajiv, and the whole family, you too. And only Guruji can make me happy. What he is saying that, let's do it. Lord Mahavir is there. Whatever needs to be done, I am not afraid. And amnesia samta, his samta, that's what I learned. I applied that to my life. How much samta he has. And surgery was done, triple bypass, came out fine, and he is as good as he can be. He is in the best health than many of us, honestly. 90. Well, there are a lot of other things other than that. A lot of people told about veganism and his lifestyle and all that. We are not following that. That's the reason, okay? So, I'm really proud and blessed that I'm taking care of him, and I'll continue to do so. But I want to reassure you all that he's in very good health. Okay? I'm going to introduce a special guest today. His time is his own. So please welcome Anup Bhai, keynote speaker.
Talking about my association with Guruji, it goes way back when I was a young boy of 15. I grew up in a small village called Pachegam, which is about 20 miles from Bhavnagar. Guruji was a conventional Jain monk at that time, and he used to visit our village and give us blessings. So talking about blessings, we have received blessings for our whole family long time back, and his blessings have come a long way in changing our family fortune. So thank you, Guruji. Guruji, I came to this country about the same time you did, almost 30 to 40 years ago, and I have been noticing his noble work all these years. And it's very safe to say that Gurudev has become an agent of positive change in the community. People say that the way you judge the greatness of a person is the degree to which he has been instrumental in changing the lives of other people for better. And Gurudev, on this criterion alone, you come out with flying colors. Whether you lived the life of a conventional Jain monk, which was in India, or whether you lived the life of a worldly person like us now, you have made a huge impact on countless number of people through your spoken words, written words, and more importantly, through deeds without any showmanship or fanfare. This is quite an achievement. Many of us have left our homeland for the last 30 to 40 years, and yet the Jainism has not disappeared from our lives. We may have become US citizens, we may have become very wealthy, big mansions, and yet most of us at heart have maintained the core Jain values, core Jain beliefs. And the reason I strongly believe we have been able to operate on such a strong cultural foundation is because of the spiritual people just like you, Gurudev. Because you have taught us, you have reminded us never to forget our culture, our roots, humble roots, and our religion, in spite of the challenges we are facing every single day. Vishnu Gandhi came in 1893 and he did a great job. He came here to spread Jain philosophy to the Western world. And since that year, nothing of significance happened until 1971, Guruji came, and followed by late Acharya Sashar Kumarji in 1974. And right after he came, he took two gigantic steps, and some of the previous speakers referred to them, but I'm just going to go over very quickly. The first one was to make the mainstream America aware of the great Jain teachings, and he did through the creation of the Meditation Center in New York. The second, of course, to unite the entire Jain community in North America through the creation of a common platform called Jaina. Again, someone mentioned about it. But I believe, look at the macro viewpoint, that these two steps, gigantic steps, those two steps have made him one of the most visionary and creative leaders who has changed the course of Jain history in the West. Can you imagine what would have happened without his efforts? When you created Jaina, Gurudev, you did not look at the differences that were dividing up the community. You looked at you focused on the common thread, and you saw that that common thread has the power to unite the whole community. And based on that vision, he created a beautiful reality called Jaina. And that's the reason the Jain community across the globe looks upon Jaina model with immense respect. And finally, I want to quote Albert Schweitzer. He was a German philosopher, and he wrote, I'm going to quote that, at times our own light goes out, is rekindled by a spark from another person. Let me repeat. At times our own light goes out and is rekindled by a spark from another person. Each of us has to think. Each of us has to think with deep gratitude of those who have lighted the flame within us. In my humble opinion, Guruji, you are one of those special people who have tried constantly all these years to rekindle our own light as well. So in this spirit, I would like to say a big thank you and salute you on behalf of everyone in this audience. And finally, ladies and gentlemen, please remember, when we salute the great people, we more than merely honor them. We also help them set the standards of excellence. We help them set the standards to reach one's highest potential. And also we help them set the standards of excellence, standards of emulation we can all follow going forward. So Gurudev, may you long live, continue to guide, motivate and inspire us with all your wisdom and insight for many more years.
I want to share something about so in 1960, in Pachegam, where he is born, is a small town. Only there are 2 or 3 Jain families. And we sadhus always walk from one to, when they go to Palitrana, on the way Vada and Pachegam comes. And only one family, his mother. And there are 7 children. 11, sorry. Running around, and she was preparing chapati rotli, so much. She was a great woman. Not once, but 2, 3 times, whenever I walked from Palitrana to Ahmedabad, on the way, Pachegam, I touched. So I was fed in 1960 with his mother. So she was so devotee for sadhus, and she was always with a smile and look after the so many children. So I think in life, it has given me so many experience of every family and a person. That is a joy of living. That's the whole thing. What I say, I don't think that I am 95. I am celebrating life every day. And tomorrow want to go, I will go with you. Yeah. Celebrate is life. Not people, you have to celebrate. Because you are alive. So, Arup Bhai, whenever I see the culture in him. And as a president also, he did the best thing. And he is a president, and wherever here he goes, he looks after that. So that only I wanted to share some private life, what happened in the 1960 for Waki. So that way, the culture is behind it.
One of the messages learned, if you're ever hungry, stop by. The culture will prevail.
Oh, you had to walk all the way to Pachegam. You had to walk, right?
Speaking of these treasures and these beautiful messages, our next speaker is Usha Ben Shah, who's going to deliver, through her vocal skills, a very poetic message.
ગુરુદેવ આવા મુશ્કેલ છે
ચોરી કરે ના કોઈથી બોલે ના જૂઠું પૂછા વિના ના લે કોઈની બી વસ્તુ મુખ પર દુઃખ તો એણે મન જેલ છે
ગુરુદેવ આવા મળવા મુશ્કેલ છે
જનહિત કાજે જેણે છોડ્યો છે દેશ ભવિ અંતરમાં વસ્યા આવી પરદેશ ચંદ સૂરજ રહે ત્યાં સુધી જુગ જુગ જીવો
ગુરુદેવ આવા મળવા મુશ્કેલ છે
શુભ દિન શુભ ઘડી આવી છે આજે વર્ષગાંઠ ઉજવાને હૈયા સૌના નાચે અનાર્ય ભૂમિમાં પણ ચમકે સિતારા આવા
ગુરુદેવ આવા મળવા
આશીષ દોને ગુરુજી જ્ઞાન અમે પામીએ અનર રૂપી જાળાને મનથી ફગાવીએ ઉગારો ગુરુજી ભવ પાર ઉતારો
માણસમાં શું શક્તિ પડી છે તમે જુઓ. એ જોઈને આપણને નમન થાય કે આ ઉંમરે પણ એમનામાં જે ભાવ એ આપને બધાને નમન છે.
દેવને ગુરુના આશીર્વાદ સિવાય આ બધું શક્ય છે જ નહીં. જ્યારે દેવ અહીંયા બેસી જાય ગુરુ મળ્યા છે તો પછી આશીર્વાદ તો મળવાના.
So at this time, I'd like to get Kumar Bhai Chatterjee to say a few words.
One thing I want to say, Kumar Chitrabhanuji is not only a singer, but he is a dedicated devotion he has, and particularly the way he understood Anand Ghan, Namuthonam, Logos, and when he sings a Logos in music, when he recites the Namuthonam, it is a joy.
मुझे तो देने के लिए कुछ नहीं है गुरुदेव को, बिकॉज आई एम नॉट द स्पीकर. मुझे बोलना भी नहीं आता है. तो एक पार्श्वनाथ भगवान की एक स्तुति है. शायद एक शब्द भी अगर आपको कान में जाए तो शायद आपको बहुत सारे कल्याण हो जाएगा. तो उतना भाव से सुनिएगा. ये बहुत प्राचीन है. जिन कुशल श्री महाराज जी की रचना है. मैं ये आपको सुना रहा हूँ. ओम ह्रीं श्रीं श्री पार्श्वनाथाय ह्रीं धर्मेन्द्र पद्मावती सहिताय अट्ठे मट्ठे क्षुद्र विगट्ठे क्षुद्रान् दुष्टान् स्तंभे स्तंभे स्वाहा. द्रुदं की धपम पद्रुदो की दम दम दस की धर धपदोरब दम दम की दम दम दग दिगी दग द्रुद के द्रमांक दन नन दैरब झज झिंकी झम झम झनन नन नन निज की निज्जन रंजन सुरशैल शिखर भवति सुखद पार्श्व जिनपति मज्जन फटरंगिनी थोंगिनी किटत गिगरद धुटक धुटन टपाटप गुण गुण नगण गण रन किए गुण नगण गण गौरव झज झंके झम झम झनन नन नन निज की निज्जन सज्जन कलयंति कमला कलित कलमल मुकुल भीष महीजिन ठठिठंकी ठंकी ठहे ठही ठही कपट तड़यते तललोम की लोम लोम त्रंशि तेंशि निदेंशि डेंशि निबादते ओम ओम की ओम ओम थुंगी थुंगी निधुंगी धुंगी निकल रवि जिनमत तमतंत महिमा तनुता नमति सुर नर महोत्सवे खुदान के खुंदा कुकुरदई खुंदा कुकुरदई दम दम अंबरे चचपट चटपट रन की एम एम डनन डेम डेम डंबर तिया सारे गामा पाधनि निदा पमगर स स स स सुर सैवत जिन नट्ट रंगी कुशल मुनिषो देसतु शासन देवता जिन नट्ट रंगी कुशल मुनिषो देसतु शासन देवता जिन नट्ट रंगी कुशल मुनिषो देसतु शासन देवता. ये चाहिए. आनंद घर जी आज से 600 years back, his name was लाभचंद्र जी महाराज. जब तक आप आनंद घन जी नहीं जानेंगे तो जैनिज्म के कुछ समझ में नहीं होएगा. सुनिएगा, अच्छा लगेगा. ये राग है शुद्ध कल्याण. पार्श्व शंखेश्वर मेरो मेरो दिन दिन दाना दिन पार्श्व शंखेश्वर मेरो मेरो पार्श्व चिंतामणि मेरो मेरो पार्श्व चिंतामणि मेरो मेरो मिल गयो हीरो मिट गयो फेरो मिल गयो हीरो मिट गयो फेरो नाम जपू नित तेरो तेरो नाम जपू नित तेरो तेरो पार्श्व चिंतामणि मेरो मेरो प्रीत बनी जब प्रभु जी प्यारी प्रीत बनी अब प्रभु जी प्रभु जी प्रभु जी प्रभु जी शु प्यारी प्रीत बनी जब प्रभु आनंद घन प्रभु चरण शरण है, आनंद घन प्रभु चरण, प्रभु चरण, प्रभु चरण, प्रभु चरण शरण। आनंद घन प्रभु चरण शरण है, आनंद घन प्रभु चरण, आनंद घन प्रभु चरण शरण, चरण शरण है आनंद घन। कहिए तो आनंद घन, आनंद घन प्रभु, और आनंद घन प्रभु। दिन 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 माता आनंद घन पिता आनंद घन, माता आनंद घन पिता आनंद घन, माता माता आनंद घन पिता आनंद घन, माता आनंद दाता आनंद घन, त्राता आनंद घन, दाता आनंद आभ आनंद घन, गाभ आनंद घन, काज आनंद घन, लाज आनंद घन, आनंद 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 आनंद। तिम तोम तन न दिर दिर तन तन न दिर दिर तन न दिर दिर तन तन न दिर। तिम तोम तन न दिर दिर तन तन न दिर 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 तन न दिर दिर तन न दिर तोम तन न दिर तोम तन। माता आनंद घन पिता आनंद घन, माता आनंद, माता आनंद घन पिता आनंद घन, माता आनंद। ओम ह्रीं वरहं नमो नमः, ओम ह्रीं, ओम ह्रीं वरहं नमो नमः। ओम ह्रीं वरहं नमो नमः। आशा दादा की स्तुति है। उपसर्गहरं पासं पासं वन्दामि कम्मखणमुक्तं, विषहर विषनिन्नासं मङ्गलकल्याण आवासं, विषहर पुलिङ्गमन्तं कंठे धारी जोषयं मण्वतस्य गहरो गमारि दुःखजरजन्तिमुपशामम्। चिट्ठौ दुरमन्त दुःसप्पणमो विबहुफल होई नरतिर्येषु बीजीवा पावन्ति न दुःखदौ गच्छम्। दुः सम्मति लब्धि चिन्तामणि कप्पपाय वभये पावन्ति अभिघ्नेणं जीव अयरमरं ताणम्। यसन्तु महायस Kuntum aram cha mandim bande muni sappayam cha navidinam cha vandami dikkanemi pasam tahavattamam cha evam maya vitva vihvara yamala pahina jalamarana 24 pitila varatithai yarame pasiyantu kittiya bandiya maya che elogas uttama siddha arugavo hilavam samahi paramuttamam tintu chandesu nimmallayara aichesu ahiyam payasayara sagara varagambira siddha siddhim mahadi santu siddha siddhim mahadi santu yeah 1 2 3 4 om rim araham namo namah कहाँ खो गई आज अहिंसा दया धर्म की सरिता सुखी मानवता की आज बन गई क्यों सबकी प्राणों की जागो जागो मानव दया धर्म की गीतों की झनकार सुनो आज अहिंसा और दया से वो सबका उपकार सुनो वो सबका उपकार सुनो यदि प्राण दान तुम दे न सको यदि प्राण दान तुम दे न सको तो प्राण किसी की मत हरना यदि अपना जीवन प्यारा है तो और को जीने देना और को जीने देना यदि प्राण दान तुम दे न सको महावीर ने हमको समझाया तुम सब जीवों पर दया करो तुम सब जीवों पर दया गाए 1 2 1 2 3 महावीर ने हमको समझाया तुम सब जीवों पर दया करो महावीर ने जीवन सबको वरदान मिला तुम नहीं किसी के प्राण हरो तुम नहीं किसी के हरना, यदि अपना जीवन प्यारा है तो और को जीने देना, और को जीने देना। यदि प्राण दान तुम दे न सको तो प्राण किसी की मत हरना, मत हरना। यदि अपना जीवन प्यारा है तो और को जीने देना, और को जीने देना। मैत्री भवनु पवित्र झरणु, मुझ हैया मावया करे गए। मैत्री भावनु पवित्र झरणु, मुझ हैया मावया करे। शुभ खाओ सकल विश्वनु, एवि भावना नीत रहे। मैत्री भावनु पवित्र झरणु, मुझ हैया मावया करे, मुझ हैया मावया करे, मुझ हैया मावया करे।
Our next guest is Kamlesh Bhai Shah. He has flown in specially from DC, and he was the past president of the Metropolitan Washington Temple there, and he has also been the treasurer of Gurudev's Trust.
મનુષ્ય જન્મનો એક સૌથી કઠિન એક ઉત્કૃષ્ટ જો કોઈ નિર્ણય લેવાનો હોય ને તો એ છે દીક્ષા અંગીકાર કરવાનો. ગુરુદેવની 40 વર્ષની દીક્ષા દરમિયાન કેવા મહાન તપની આરાધના થઈ હશે એનો તો વિચાર કરવાનો છે. આપણા સૌના તરફથી એ મહાન તપની ખૂબ ખૂબ અનુમોદના, ખૂબ ખૂબ અનુમોદના. બીજો વિચાર કરવાનો છે ગુરુદેવની સર્વજીવો પ્રત્યેની અનુકંપા અને કરુણા. ફક્ત પ્રમોદાબેન અને ગુરુદેવ જ જાણે છે કે દુનિયાભરમાં કેટલા લોકોને કેવા કેવા ઉપસર્ગો આવે છે અને સહન કરવાના હોય છે. વર્ષો વર્ષથી આ ગુરુદેવ જે આપ સાંત્વન અને સહાય આપી છે એના માટે અમે સૌ આપના ખૂબ ખૂબ ઋણી છીએ. ત્રીજો વિચાર કરવાનો છે ગુરુદેવની સાદગીનો. જે વિભૂતિને દુનિયાના સૌથી પ્રખ્યાત રાજકીય પ્રધાનો, ધંધાકારી લોકો ખરેખર એમને વંદન કરવા આવે છે એવા ગુરુદેવની સાદગી આપણે સૌને સ્પર્શી જાય એવી છે. ખરેખર ગુરુદેવ આપનો આત્મકલ્યાણનો સંદેશ અમે સૌ કદી ન ભૂલીએ અને ઉત્તરોત્તર પ્રગતિ કરીને આપે જે માર્ગ બતાવ્યો છે એ માર્ગ અનુસરીએ અને આપણે બધા જ ગુરુદેવની સૌની જન્મ શતાબ્દી તરીકે પરિવાર અહીંયા ઉજવવા ભેગા થઈએ એવી જ અભ્યર્થના. है ये पावन भूमि, यहाँ बार बार आना. है ये पावन भूमि, यहाँ बार बार आना. पार्श्वनाथ के चरणों में, गुरुदेव के चरणों में आकर के झुक जाना. है ये पावन भूमि, यहाँ बार बार आना. जय जिनेंद्र.
We all are gathered here to celebrate our loved one Guruji's, Gurudev Chitrabhanuji's 90th birthday. Guruji turned 90 years young on July 26, 2012. What a remarkable journey of visionary, guiding and unifying voice for Jains. In 1970, Gurudev Chitrabhanuji became first Jain master in 2,500 years to leave India and come to West. Gurudev's life has been eventful one, yet always guided by a quest of spiritual truth. He studied psychology in Bangalore and was involved in Gandhiji's Satyagraha. At the age of 20, he became Jain monk. During his 28 years of monkhood, he spent 5 years in silence. and meditation, speaking only to his guru. And during this time, he went for down the path of purifying his consciousness. He studied Sanskrit and various philosophy of India, as well as rest of the world. He was invited to attend the second and third spiritual conference held respectively in Geneva in 1970s and Harvard Divinity School in 1971. It was at this time Gurudev realized that it was his time to take this opportunity of sharing his message, and he accepted the invitation. He was the first to address the United Nations of Ahimsa, and he has served as a founder president of World Fellowship and Religion in America. Gurudev Chitrabhanu's wife, Sri Pramodaji, is also very active in promotion of principles of Ahimsa, and her face always radiates very kindness and a love, animals' welfare and vegetarian way of life. Guruji's creation, Maitri Bhavanu, has become a national anthem for Jain people. Thank you, everyone.
Praveen Bhai Shah, he was the past chairman of V.R. Gandhi's Committee of Jaina.
I will talk about Guruji's greatest contribution to Virchandagarji Gandhi's mission. In 1901, when Virchandagarji Gandhi died prematurely at the age of 37, and after last work on him done by respected Sri Bhagubhai Karbari in 1913, there was a complete darkness for half a century. But in 1964, Chitrabhanuji removed those clouds covering darkness and brought awareness about Virchandagarji Gandhi by celebrating his birth centenary exactly on 25th August 1964. This is the sixth-page celebration of Virchandagarji done by Guruji Shantinath Upadhyay. In India, VRG book and drama people, Gandhi Before Gandhi People, had printed the brochure with Guruji's picture next to Bhagubhai Karbari. There were three topmost people. It is written, Vichan Gandhini જીવનમાં તથા કાર્યમાં સાહિત્ય અને અન્ય રીતે જીવંત રાખવામાં જે ત્રણ મહાનુભાવોએ મોટું કામ કર્યું છે એમાં ભગુભાઈ કારબારી, ચિત્રભાનુજી અને કુમાર પરદેસાઈ, આ ત્રણ જણા ફોટો તમે જોઈ શકો છો. અને વિશાળ વ્યક્તિનો I wish a lifelong life to give opportunity to celebrate his birthday like this in 19th birthday.
Next person up is Sweta Ben Khona.
Gurudev Pranam. Jai Jinendra. Gurudev Chitrabhanuji needs no introduction. Speaking about Gurudev is like showing light to the sun. He is the sun, right? Jain Meditation International Center, under the guidance of Gurudev, has millions of followers who practice Jainism or Ahimsa in its truest sense. We should also give credit to Gurudev for 6.5 million Americans who are vegan. 6.5. And many more millions of vegetarians in America. Gurudev not only preached about ahimsa, non-violence and tolerance, he has practiced it in his life. My life has been directly impacted by Gurudev. I'm also a vegan. My family has been blessed by Gurudev from 1981, when Gurudev gave his blessings for my brother's marriage. We have been very fortunate to have Gurudev's blessing continuously. My brother and my Babi are here from India for this celebration. On behalf of our entire Samaj, we pray for Gurudev's very long, healthy life, so he can continue to guide and bless us and the next generation with his knowledge, experience, and wisdom. We, Jain Samaj of Long Island, also want to thank Jain Temple of New York for inviting us and giving us an opportunity to be a part of this wonderful celebration. Thank you very much. We are all very privileged and fortunate to have you and your blessings, Gurudev. Thank you very much.
I'd like to get Jamie Uncle up here for a quick word.
My brothers and sisters, my American brothers and sisters, thank you for coming here. New York Jain Center is extremely happy to organize this program. We are very thankful to Gurudevji and Pramoda Ben. Upon our just one request, he wholeheartedly accepted our invitation to come here, and not only that, guided us how to celebrate this occasion and what should be done and what should not be done. Gurudev's contribution, not in this event, but all the events in Jain Temple of this and all over United States have been tremendously helpful. For me, my personal experiences, when I was a very young kid, maybe about 10 years old, I was in Bombay and I happened to go to listen Gurudev in Chopati, which is a place where he was giving speeches, and there was about at least 10 million people there. At that age, when I saw him, I could not even see him. He was so big. He was so big. He was so huge. When I walked out of that crowd, I could only remember one thing. I said, what a handsome personality. What an aura of this gentleman. What an in-depth knowledge about him, Jainism. At that young age, he had the courage to address such a large amount of crowds. He has a wisdom to tell them the words that was very right, and that's what leaded the life of everybody else. After a lot many years, I have not seen him. We were not in touch with him. Luckily, in 1974, I came to the United States, and the very first time I went to Gurudev's house to see Mahavir Bhagwan's Murti and do darshan there. And from there on, we learned that this is the gentleman who can stand with the people, go against the people, and still make you believe in Jainism and teach you everything that he has got about it. We're so thankful to Gurudev, and of course his family, and Pramoda Ben, and everybody else. And we wish that he lives with us for another 90 years and guide us the same way that he has been doing it. Once again, I want to thank you from the bottom of my heart. I want to thank you from my executive committee of Jain Temple of New Hyde Park. And we also want to thank you from Sakal Sangh to be here and to join us in this program. Thank you very much.
We've all heard so many things through pages, through books, through poems, through poetry, through music. But now let's really hear the essence of the 90 years from Gurudev Sri Chitrabhanuji.
Satveshu maitrim gunishu pramodam klishteshu jivesu krupaparatvam madhyastha bhava viparita vrittau sada mamatma vidadatu deva. This is the stanza hundreds of years ago written, and this stanza has become a beacon light in my life. The first is Satveshu Maitrim. In this world, if you want to make your journey peaceful, meaningful, purposeful, success, you must have Satveshu Maitri. You have friendly feeling for every life, without any discrimination, big or small, white or black, small or big, no discrimination. People, when they see big men, they do everything, and they neglect the people who are small. It is selfishness, because they can honor the big man they can get honor, and they don't get anything having good feeling for the poor man. That is not your Maitri. In success, when there is any music, everybody start dancing. But when there is silence, then inner dance is continuous. My friend, Satveshu Maitrim, you have feelings for every life and no discrimination. And when you feel the feeling for every life, you feel their pain, their suffering. And when I was drinking milk because I was fond of Sikhand, in my family background, everybody dies before 70. But I wanted to live long. But I had blood pressure, and I say, how I'm going to live long? And that time, when I was one day meditating, and I saw I was drinking milk, but one day the milk did not come. So I said, how can I have the morning tea without milk? Then I had a thought, milk comes from where? And say, it comes for the baby. So I went deep into that feeling. Besides baby, there is no way to get a milk. There is no chemistry, no injection, no way in the world. If the female does not become pregnant, there is no milk. And that milk also, when come for a baby, and it lasts for at the most 1.5 years or 2 years. When the baby grows, it has a teeth, there is no milk. Any female, it may be cow, it may be mother, it may be doggy, or it may be cat. The milk is only for the baby, and baby grows, there is no milk. The same mother's breast, you will see injection there will be blood, no milk. And I said, if the milk is for the baby, I am not a baby. So if I take, where the baby will go? And in India, they were keeping the cow in the house, in the backyard, and backyard. In the backyard, they had always cow, and when they have the calf, they will feed, and it will drink, and rest of the little bit they will take. And at the same time, in the morning, they will take the cow in the wilderness and in the forest, and there it will be there. So it will have the gobar, what you call organic fertilizer. And the whole day the cow will move in the field, and they will have organic. In the evening, the cow come home, and at the same time, it will give a calf. The calf was very useful because without that they could not live. The farming, one Fedut was telling, one farmer was telling, કે મારા દીકરો માંદો પડે તો માંદો નહીં, પણ મારો બેળદ માંદો ન પડવો જોઈએ. If my son becomes sick, it is all right, but if my bull becomes sick, then who is going to plow? So their living was on the bull. Bull was their like son. The cow was like their mother. That time they were taking some milk. And Now we are here, we continue, but we don't think the milk comes for the calf. Where is the calf? Where does they keep it? And I say, the cow must be going. Yeah, then I read it, and that time I found out it goes to the slaughterhouse and some town wheel industry. Veal, wheel, and the small calf, they keep for 10 weeks and they did not get sun, and their meat is like ice cream. And that meat is very costly now. It is considered delicacy. So the rich people in the first class, when they go, they are ordering, we want the dish of the wheel. So that wheel is that calf. We are taking milk, but the baby for which the milk has come go to the wheel industry. I saw it is hinsa. And the Jains are fortunate, they don't take potato, they don't take onion, they don't allow garlic in the center. But the same Jain have dudpak, Shrikhand, and silly people, 17 all, they were starting the pouring the milk on the Bhagwan Vitrad. We don't know who is our Bhagwan. And I want to request all of you, understand what you are doing. Prathamam Gnanam Pachidaya. Dashmi Kalik, they say, first we have to have the knowledge what we are doing. So when you go to Bhagwan, you have to nirmala jala kala se navarave. Nirmal, clean water, no any mixture. So when we are doing this thing, my request is Maitri Satreshu Maitrim. Today on, you meditate on yourself. Okay, I will have friendship for all, and I am not going to kill or be part of killing of my friends. You are giving abhaidan to every day to a baby cow. Only you give up. And on that, you can take soya milk, there is no protein, no cholesterol, or you can take almond milk, comes wonderful almond milk, and it gives you energy to your heart. And at the same time, rice milk, there are 7 times of milk are coming now. And you have the yogurt without any kind of cholesterol, made from all that. And since I became the vegan, my health is so good, and the heart trouble was there because I was eating too much of the Shrikhand when I was a monk. And I was like a butterball, 165 pounds with it. And that what the mistake I did. So that is why Sumti Bhai was telling why I get heart the trouble. Because I did my mischief. And the mischief was I have to pay for it. And so, jo mal khaye, wo maar khaye. So that we did it. So today, if you want to make the life, because my friend, one day we are going. We are going. We are not permanent. And when we go, what will be with us? What we are going to carry with us? This name, what you are talking about the Chitrabhanu, but Chitrabhanu is a name about the man, because this will be cremated. Or I will give to my body to hospital. That is a different thing. But we are talking about the body and a name. We are Atma. when Atma goes, this body will be discarded, thrown away. And we are all working for the body, how to keep it, how to eat it, how to please it. Jain Dharma is not making puja or doing worship. Jain Dharma is to know who you are. Not to know oneself is the biggest sin. Know who you are. And before we know, one will be go, and you will go without knowing yourself who you are. Think about. The whole journey we live 50 years, 60 years, and we don't know who we are. And that is why one poet says, जमाने में उसने बड़ी बात कर ली. जमाने में उसने सबसे बड़ी बात क्या की है? जमाने में उसने बड़ी बात कर ली, खुद अपने से जिसने मुलाकात कर ली. So the biggest thing what one has to done, what by doing is to know yourself. जमाने में उसने बड़ी, the biggest thing what you have done, खुद अपने से जिसने मुलाकात कर ली, कि yes, you are. You talk to yourself. You are not alone. You talk to yourself. Okay, yes, my dear, I will not hurt you. I will not pollute you. I will not have a bad feeling in my heart. Why should we have bad feeling for anybody? This is a small life. What they do, it is their problem. Why you are angry, upset, and making gossip? So my friend, today if you have really shown your love and give me blessing, I give you blessing. It is not my birthday. I have come to collect the blessing, and I have come to share my blessing. So, no, I have to know myself before I leave this body. And human birth is the best life to know oneself. In another life, nobody knows. Because we have all the seven centers. And Brahmarandra, we can experience who I am. Satveshu Maitri. Gunishu Pramodam. Wherever you see good quality, appreciate. Wah, kya baat. Gunishu, when anybody guni, who has a guna, who has a quality, who has some kind of kindness, appreciate. Gunati Bharela, Gunijan Deki. The whole song is composed on this original slok. Satveshu Maitri, Gunishu Pramodam. You appreciate when you have a good quality. Satve Klishteshu Jivesu Krupa Paratvam. Those who are unhappy, those who are poor, those who are helpless, help them. दीन क्रूर ने धर्म विहोणा देखी दिल मा दर्द रहे. You see, I want to help them. And how much you have? Your problem is excess, to tell you the truth. Our problem is success and too many things. If you see the closet, there is no room for clothes. They are crumbling, and still you want to have a new dress. What a craziness. The whole closet is full of the clothes, and still you want to have a new one. And that is why they say, my closet is very small. It is a walk-in closet. And our house is full of all the articles, clothes. So big house appears very small. Please think what you are doing. We are doing in a competition, what other people are doing. Monkey sees, monkey does. We are not monkeys. So we have to be a human being, my dear. So I want to request you, you make some selection in your life, make it simple. I don't keep so many things because I want to live with a few things. Simple living, but you can high thinking because you have time to think. But you have so many things, all your time is wasted in arranging, pulling here and pushing there, and all the things, whole thing, dusting. So make a point. Okay, I want to change from this day, not only hearing and appreciating Chitrabhanu. Chitrabhanu is a name. I don't identify. What I say, they are talking about their good quality. What they have, they are speaking. If they have a good quality, they speak good. If they have a bad quality, they will say big thing. So they are not talking about me. They have a good quality, so they are speaking. It is their inner good quality you are speaking. If you don't have the good quality, you will not speak. You will not sing. He is singing because he has in the heart. Satveshu maitri gunistu pramodam klisteshu jivesu krupa paratvam madhyastha bhava. Many people will not appreciate you. Some are jealous. Some make gossip. Some are unhappy seeing you successful. You must have compassion toward them, empathy. As you have a sympathy, at the same time you have empathy. All right, let them show what they are. These are the four qualities: Satveshu maitrim, Gunisu pramodam, Klishteshu jivesu krupa paratvam, Madhyastha bhava, Viparita vrittau, Sada mamatma, Vidadatu deva. Till I leave the body, till last day, these four qualities, Maitri Bhavanu, Pavitra Jaranu, remained. So it will be easy for you to sing songling, to start in the morning, and 1 to 3 people I know, they go and sit in the car, they go on singing, driving all the way, and they say, by the time I go to office, I color my consciousness, I perfume my mind with the song of Maitri. So when I go in the office, I am very honest man. Something you have to remind you. And Maitri Bhavanu is a one song. I was meditating, I say how to put the teaching in the original word. So these are the original sense I have only composed in Gujarati. In 1950 I was meditating, and each time meditate I change myself. And at the age 1980 I changed, so I all meditation center closed and I started decentralizing, and then I realized I am Atma and I have to observe, complete my vows. So vow I was not observing as a monkhood, I started observing all the vows 1980 in San Diego on the time-sharing building on the ocean, and it belonged to the big astronaut. His name was astronaut Edgar Mitchell. The 6th astronaut. He had the time-sharing building. So he told me, you share here, and I stayed there, and then my life changed over there. So every time we are meditating, changing our life, and we do not to other people, we have to do for ourselves. So today, I got time to collect your blessing. And I want to share my blessing. Okay, let this blessing come to you. So we are helping each other. Paraspara upagraho jivana. And make your life, my friend, know your enemy. Don't think of enemy. Sometimes the people also separate in the group, okay, they are there and we are there, we are not. See, all, it's a sickness. No, we are all people. So don't have the grudge. And if you have a grudge, wherever you go, the poison will be there or the bad feeling. Work out. I will not have any bad feeling. Any center is my center. All, wherever people are doing aradhana, my namaskar is there. Be humble, otherwise you will stumble. Yes. Be humble. And I give you the small thing. Somebody asked me what to do. So I gave a small thing. Swamavas. Whenever you get time, go into yourself. Okay, who am I? Breathe. Swamavas. Swamavas. Partikhas. બીજાની વાતો, બીજાની ચિંતા, બીજાની વાતો પરથી ખાસ નકામો શું કરવા ટાઈમ કાઢે છે? Why you are wasting your time? સ્વમાં વસ પરથી આટલું બસ. તું આટલું કર. When you go to yourself, you stop gossiping about, bas, enough. In this small journey of 90 years or 100 years, can we not make it? If we don't make, we have Vitrag, Parshnath Bhagwan, who was forgiving even the person who was harassing him, comment. And we have to learn from Parshnath. Kamate dharnendre cha sochitam karma kurvrati prabhustulya manovritti parshvanatha sriyestu. Write down the sloka. Okay, Bhagwan, the Dharnendra was worshipping you and a Kamat was harassing you, but still you have equilibrium. Prabhustulya manovritti. He has an equilibrium. The thorn pricks and a flower gives fragrance. They do their nature. But why we have to lose our balance? So this way, I am very happy that you have come together and make some commitment today. That way, it will be a celebration. You are celebration. Okay, today I made some commitment and I am ready to give up. Sattve Sumaitri. You have friendship on her. So whenever any bad thought comes, negative thought comes, you say, no, I don't want. How can I think bad thing? You become your teacher. You become your guru. You become the inner guru is the big thing. Srimad Rajchandra was telling about ke vachanamrata vitaragana parama shanta rasamul औषध जे भवरोगनु कायरने प्रतिकूल. શ્રીમદ પણ છેલ્લે સુધી કહેતા હતા કે એવો અપૂર્વ ક્યારે આવશે અવસર કે હું આ ત્યાગ કરી શકીશ, ન કરી શક્યા. ત્યારે એણે કીધું કે વચનામૃત વતરાગ્રા, ભગવાનના વચનો એ જ પરમ શાંતરસ મૂળ ઔષધ જે ભવરોગનું. વિતરાગના વચન એ ભવનું ઔષધ છે. કાયરને પ્રતિકૂળ. કાયર બીજે જ્યાં ત્યાં સંપ્રદાયોમાં ફરશે, એ તો જ્ઞાની હોય તો વિતરાગ સિવાય બીજું કોઈ નથી. તો આપણા વચન હૃદયમાં વચનના વિતરાગના વચન આવે, ધર્મને પાળીએ અને કહીએ કે પ્રભુ તમારી પાસે આવું અને મારા મનમાં જો ખરાબ ભાવ હોય તો હું જેમ કપડાને બહાર જૂતા બહાર ઉતારીએ એવી રીતે ખરાબ વિચાર. So all the leave the bad thoughts outside, come here, purify and make the life. I am very happy that you have arranged this program, celebration. Celebrate your life. When you live a good life, you celebrate, not people. You know, I have lived a good life.
This आनंद खंड जी का एक स्तवन है, बहुत ही सुंदर है। हमने 4 दिन आचार्य विद्यासागर महाराज जी को था, साथ में थे, दिगंबर साधु थे, है। उनको पास जब भी बैठते थे उन्होंने बोलते थे बंगाली बाबू चलो अब हम, तो उनकी ये मतलब नेशनल एंथम जैसा है, तो गुरुदेव को बहुत पसंद है। पदनी सारे गारे गा सारे नी सानी गारे सारे नी सानी दबा द सानी दबा बनी दबा बा गरे गरे सानी गरे सानी। अब हम अमर भये न मरेंगे, दिन 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 दिन। अब हम अमर भये न मरेंगे, अब हम अमर भये न मरेंगे, अब हम अमर भये न मरेंगे। या कारण मिथ्यात दियो तज, या कारण मिथ्यात दियो तज, क्यों कर देह धरेंगे, अब हम क्यों कर देह धरेंगे, अब हम अमर भये न मरेंगे, अब हम अमर भये न मरेंगे, अब हम अमर भये न मरेंगे। राग द्वेष जग बंध करत है, राग द्वेष जग बंध करत है, इनको नाश करेंगे, अब हम इनको नाश करेंगे। मार्यो अनंत कालंती प्राणी, मार्यो अनंत कालंती प्राणी। मगर सरे सनी गर सनी रे सनी द सनी द वानी द व म द व म ग म द नि ग ग रे नि रे सा 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 सा। मार्यो अनंत कालंती प्राणी, सो हम काल हरेंगे, अब हम अमर भये न मरेंगे, 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 अब हम अमर भये न मरेंगे। ओ ओ
चत्तारि मंगलम अरिहंता मंगलम, सिद्धा मंगलम, साहु मंगलम, केवली पन्नतो धम्मो मंगलम। चत्तारि लोगोत्तमा अरिहंता लोगोत्तमा, सिद्धा लोगोत्तमा, साहु लोगोत्तमा, केवली पन्नतो धम्मो लोगोत्तमो। चत्तारि शरणं पवज्जामि, अरिहंते शरणं पवज्जामि, सिद्धे शरणं पवज्जामि, साहु शरणं पवज्जामि, केवली पन्नत्तं धम्मं शरणं पवज्जामि। उपसर्गाः क्षयं यान्ति, छिद्यन्ते विघ्नवलय, मन प्रसन्नतामेति पूज्यमाने जिनेश्वरे। सर्वमंगलमंगल्यं सर्वकल्याणकारणं, प्रधानं सर्वधर्माणां, जैनं जयति शासनं, जैनं जयति शासनं। देव की जय।
one more time, I'd like to give a very humble and very respectful thanks to the Lighthouse Meditation Center for staying here, coming down. Mamta Ben, same thing for you. Special thanks to Anup Vora, and of course Kumar Bhai Chatterjee and his assistants over here on the talent on the tabla, Sajid Mandal. And if I said anything that was out of place, Michami Lukram.